Hey, welcome back to the Zawadi Within. We're on part 2 of our series based on home and what it means to create a home environment or a safe environment in your life. So, one of the most important ways to create a safe environment or a home environment in your life is to be conscious about creating safety for yourself physically. So, by creating a safe environment physically, it means you're more aware about who you surround yourself with. The people that are around us are very important because we are the average of the people that we spend time with. So, definitely be conscious about who you associate with. Look and analyze and see, do these people bring out the best in you? Are they supporting you in your growth journey? Are they aligned with you? And acknowledge that we need those people. Like, nobody's meant to be an island. We all need people to walk alongside us and encourage us, because sometimes things get rough. We all have our ups and downs, and it's good to have a community that we can fall back on. We are communal beings, so although we may need to self-isolate for a time to just kind of refocus, we shouldn't stay in an isolated state forever. We definitely need people around us, so I encourage you to be selective, to be intentional about the relationships that you invest in your life. And if you don't have relationships that align with you, go out there and find those that align with you. We have social media. We can go out places to meet people that are interested in the same things that we're interested in. And if you keep trying to go out and meet people and you don't find people that are on the same page as you, or people that want to grow as much as you do, then create that community, because we need community. And if the community that we want is unavailable to us in our area, then it is our responsibility to create that for ourselves. That's kind of part of the reason why I'm doing this YouTube channel, is to create a community for people who are committed to growth, people who want to be the best versions of themselves, people who are willing to do the inner work and to work on their triggers, who want to heal emotionally, who want to propel themselves to unlock or undo the limiting beliefs that we grew up with and to become the best versions of ourselves. So definitely be conscious, be aware of who you surround yourself with, and take some responsibility of your life. I talked earlier in my other video that we don't have to succumb to victim mindset. We don't have to be like, well, there's nobody who's like me. There's nobody who's committed or serious about their growth journey around me. Just because the people around you may not be as committed as you are, that doesn't mean you have to be around those people. Even if you have history with them, I'm not saying you have to cut off all your friends, but put yourself in a position to meet those who align with you. You could still love people that were once connected to you from a distance. That is totally fine. And you loving them from a distance doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just may mean that at this time you're misaligned, and that is okay. That's life. We have people that are in our lives for seasons, and we have people that are in our life for lifetimes. So definitely be conscious of that. Another way to be more intentional about creating a safe or a home environment in our life is mentally. Our mental diet is so important. Honestly, I think it's the most important thing besides our spiritual diet. But our mental diet, like, what kind of thoughts do we have going on in our mind? Our mental dialogue, it really affects our life. It really affects our well-being. If we have a lot of negativity going on, if we have a lot of self-criticism going on, it will affect the way we show up in the world. If we don't believe that we are destined for success, if we don't believe that we are worthy and deserving of every good thing that God has for us, it will affect the way that we act. It will affect the way that we perceive life. It will affect the way, or affects us in a sense, like affects what we tolerate. Our self-worth is directly tied to what we entertain in our life, the types of people we entertain, the types of situations that we entertain. So definitely take some time to ask yourself or analyze your thoughts, observe what's going on in your mind typically. And also be conscious of like the media you consume. Like, what do you watch on the regular? What kind of music do you listen to? Is it encouraging? Is it uplifting? Is it something that reflects the version of you that you want to be? And I know it may seem minute, but the things that we hear over and over and over again affects our subconscious mind. And those subconscious thoughts turn into beliefs. And once they're beliefs, they become the way that we live our life. So definitely take time to be really conscious about what you listen to, what you spend time doing, how you think, because all these little things, they add up and they influence who we become. One of the best questions I like to ask myself when I'm listening to things or I'm ruminating over certain thoughts is asking myself, does this serve me? Does this thought or does this music align with the best version of me? Does it align with who I want to be? So just taking time to ask ourselves that can really let us know, do we need to keep listening to the same thing or do we need to keep thinking the same thought? And if the thought does not serve us, or if the music or the news or whatever is going on around us does not serve us, we can choose to just let it go. And I know it may be difficult if you're used to doing something a certain way to just be like, well, I can't just shift my thoughts because I'm used to thinking this way. So I'm not saying don't think about what you usually think about. That kind of sounds confusing. I'm not saying to just act like you can stop the little train that's going on in your mind. But if you choose to refocus on what you want to be, on who you want to be, on listening to music that's uplifting, spending time reading your Bible, spending time in the Word, or listening to positive messages, positive podcasts, listening to people that encourage you, reading books about people that encourage you, over time, the things that you focus on will overplay or will downplay all the other negativity that you're used to. So if we spend more time on a positive thought or positive things, we will become unaware of the negative things that are in our lives. Because the reality is we will always have some negativity. We're human beings. That's just a part of us. But what we focus on is what grows. So the more we focus on something that aligns with who we want to be, the more it will overshadow the dark side or the shadow side of us. And thank you so much for listening to this video. It's a pleasure to have you here. If you're interested in more videos like this and you're focused on your self-development and self-growth, please like and subscribe for more. Be blessed. Bye.